Howdy people, good evening. How are we doing? We are about to get underway with the Brumbies and the Crusaders. Novman wonders, is this going to be another high-scoring game? I guess that will be the question. Hopefully the Brumbies can put in a good shift. They just said in the build-up that the Brumbies haven't beaten the Crusaders in like 12 years, but I guess it's been a while since they've played each other, so yeah. Anything could happen. Crowd looks pretty decent. We will see. Kia ora, James. How are you, mate? Paddy Wagon. What a name. How's it going? Alaran says, afternoon all. This shouldn't follow the game last night. Some defence, please. Yes, last night's game was almost too much like attack. It needed some defence. You know, it was just embarrassing at times, eh? Anyway, we'll see. Alex says Crusaders 100 points. Surely not, Alex. Surely not. Novmum's got the Crusaders by 23. That would be pretty brutal. Matthew says, has there been 5 tries yet? No, but fortunately we haven't even kicked off. Not quite. Anyway. James is good, doesn't have to work tomorrow, can stay up late. Good man. I wish I had that rule applied to my life, but with young children, it doesn't matter if you've got work the next day or not. Right, we're about to have kickoff. The Crusaders and the Brumbies is underway. Time check makes us at 10 seconds right about now. Daramundi, man, who are you backing for this one? Another late kickoff, says Adam. Late kickoff? I suppose it is, isn't it? 2 minutes late. Bridge to score first, maybe. Isaac, man, pretty good. Pretty good. Looking forward to a long evening of rugby. We'll see how many games I can get through. I'm feeling a bit guilty that I haven't seen much any Rainbow Cup this week. Not a good thing. Captain 2 cents, hope to see another entertaining game, Anthony. Yeah, I'm hoping for a bit higher tackling than we got last night. We are setting a scrum. It's Brumbies ball just outside their own 22. This should be a good marker for how the battle up front will go in this one. We're going to have a reset. Hollywood, how's it going? Stands about 40 seconds in front of me. Bloody hell, why am I that far behind? Do us a favour, and if you are ahead and there is something interesting coming my way, don't spoil it. Just tell me to look at the screen. Most of the guys are pretty adept at doing that now, to be fair. Theft, I am pretty sure. I'll do all 3 games, says Paddy. I will try. I will give it a crack. I've never done 3 streams in a row before. I don't know if I can do that, but we will try. I've told my wife to expect me not in bed until about 2 in the morning, so we'll see. Who did I pick for this one? I picked the Crusaders by 9, which is very conservative after the last few games. Novmum had a nap so she can stay awake for this one. That was probably wise. I did not. Free kick for the Brumbies after that scrum. So Lolosio just taps it and puts in a high ball. Contestable kick. A little bit too big. Mataela takes it comfortably. Crusaders will attack from their own half. Craig, man, how are you doing, sir? Let's do it, says Hiku. Yeah, man, it would be interesting to try and go through 3 games back to back to back. It's not. I've not done it. I've done 2. I've gotten used to 2. Joshua, good morning. Willie boy, time to crack out the Saders fridge magnets. Big shout out to all the Conic boys. An epic win. Yeah, I did see Connor had a big win. Happy wife if she gets the bed to herself until about 2 in the morning, indeed. There is something especially sweet about having the bed to yourself, eh? Taken back into their own goal line. The Brumbies are under all kinds of pressure. I reckon the territory stats right now would be about 80%. The Brumbies have been camped in their own half. We're only 3 minutes in, but it may be even higher. 90. Novmum did a 28k bike ride. How are you feeling after that? I cannot imagine. I have been doing lots of walking recently, which is good if nothing else. Not 28k, it's like 15,000 steps kind of thing. 20,000. Isaac says, look up. Craig's ready for a Crusaders walkover. Let's see if this is the start of it. Whanganuku. He actually gets tackled. This is how you tackle. 3 minutes in and we haven't had any points. By yesterday's standards, this game is incredibly slow. Oh, they got a two-man overlap here, the Crusaders. And Blackadder goes over for a try. Well, it took 4 minutes. It took 4 minutes. The Crusaders are always down. The Brumbies end. Eventually, numbers. That was a 3-on-1. Blackadder over. Good try. 4 pass. Ooh, was it? From that last angle. So slow, I know, guys, right? A whole 4 minutes to score a try. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. What are these guys going? Very similar to last night, Alaran, exactly. Literally just through the hands, getting the odd defender to bite in and then away. Havili. There you go. Fairly short ride for me. Haven't been on a bike for a while, but have done a few 100-kilometer bike rides. Oh my goodness, of Novmum. The fact that a 28k bike ride is considered short gives me a whole newfound respect for you. That's unbelievable. I'm about to put the score up. Crew 5-0 Brew. And let's change that to a Crusaders red. There we go. Ian says from Singapore, we don't have a live stream, unfortunately. Surely someone's got the rights in Singapore. Has to be. Let's see if New Zealand teams can make it 5-0 in the first round. Wouldn't it be just like the Blues to be the one team that drops that record? I miss bike riding here. All the lanes are closed here because of COVID. Nice to hear you getting some rides in. Rugby Pass in Singapore as well, BH, okay. Rugby Pass was charging pretty high prices, but yeah, as James suggested, maybe a VPN. Stan Sport gives you a month free or something like that. 50 US bucks. I mean, in the scheme of things, it's not that bad, but still, the fact that they're charging existing subscribers to pay for content, which they should be providing, is bad. Rugby Pass isn't covering Trans-Tasman. Is that right? Madness. Used to do long bike rides with the Ruben. She was young. 22 miles, 40 miles. Whoa. Can't even imagine. Although I do like bike riding, I just haven't ridden a bike since I was in China. I swear, New Zealand drivers don't like people on bikes. And it seems to be a mutual relationship. People on bikes here don't like cars. So they seem quite antagonistic against each other. Like, I drive quite a bit here, and I meet a lot of bike riders who just seem to want to look for fights or to make themselves difficult. But it's because too many drivers treat them like dirt, so it's a vicious circle. I try to give them enough leeway, but maybe that's not always enough. Zach hopes the Brumbies put up a fight. Bloody hell, they're better. They're only 5 points down, but yeah. Sebastian, indeed, you showed up late. 4 minutes it took, but there was a try. There was a try early to the Crusaders. Blackadder gets it. Pretty simple stuff through the hands. 2-3 men out wide for the Crusaders. Too easy. I'll say golden point and end up a draw 36-36 Wallabies. I would love to see it. I feel like it's optimistic. Although, actually, I think they don't do golden point until the final. I think it's just going to be a straight draw if it's finished even. Some bike riders are idiots, some car drivers are idiots. The problem is they always seem to find each other. That's pretty much it, Matthew. That's pretty much it. Try cycling in London. Nightmare. I got knocked off 2 years ago. Had a concussion for ages. Liam's been hit too. We ended up cycling along the river instead. Is that right? See, that's one thing that's honestly pretty good about China. The traffic is so mental and usually going so slow. And there's a lot of people on bikes and scooters and stuff. Drivers are pretty good about knowing that that bikes are about. I never had any issues. I used to ride around China all the time. I didn't even wear a helmet. I always wear a helmet here, and I still don't feel safe. According to Wikipedia, Singapore's rights are on Premier Sports. Alright, for the rugby stuff, which has been dealing with scrum resets for like the last 2 minutes, the Crusaders have just won a scrum penalty, pretty much dead on halfway. I'm sure they're not going to go for 3, even though Havili's got a pretty big boot. Moonga is going to kick for touch. Getting ready for 30 miles tomorrow, going through the mountains. On a bike as well. Man. Someone opened a car door without looking. Is it the Netherlands that teaches to open the car door with your other hand or something? Instead of opening it with that hand, you open it with the reach. So you get prompted to look. But I guess the Netherlands also has a lot of bike riders. This will be a real teller if the Brumbies get rolled. It will be an all New Zealand final, says Theft. Yeah. I'm still kind of torn about yesterday's game with the Reds because, they surely didn't play their best team, but neither did the Highlanders. And the Highlanders scored 40 points. You could say the Reds were hungover. You could say the Reds didn't play their strongest team. The travel, the weather. I don't know, but... Alright, we've just had a scrum penalty go the other way, so 50-50. This time CO wins the penalty. There you go. Yeah, the Dutch use your opposite hand and force your body to twist, look backwards. That makes sense. But New Zealand doesn't have that many bike riders, so it wouldn't make that much sense to encourage that behaviour. I don't know. It's a good thing to do either way, right? Run it, Adam. Yeah, someone needs to run it. It's being a bit messy. That lineup surely wasn't straight, but we'll keep going. Just get on with the game. 10 minutes in, 50 seconds. Oh, more mess. It's a knock on. We're going to have another scrum. We've had a few of them. Glad to see Solomon Kata doing okay after the Warriors. He's been with the Brumbies for about 3 years now. Rugby Pass is so annoying, says April Tui. Yeah, since they got bought out by Sky New Zealand, they've kind of gone downhill in my opinion, but what's that worth? Not a lot. Any update on Ruben Love, Erica? I actually haven't checked. I've been with the kids all day, but I will check. I make eye contact with drivers when I'm going to pass them at intersections. It's like, I can see you. Yeah, true. I do that the same way. I have to cross a very busy road with 2 kids, like a 4-lane road with a little island in the middle where you can kind of hide when I take the kids to school and daycare in the morning, and I make contact with any drivers if they're going to if I'm going to squeeze through a gap. Definitely want them to see me. Alaran says these scrums are trash. They're not going smoothly. Scrums are messy. We got resets. We got pins, we got free kicks. It's all the bad stuff. There hasn't been a try in the last 8 minutes. I know. Can we get a Gaza story if we get another scrum? If he was here, I'd love to offer him to tell a story. But, yeah, unfortunately. How's the garden, James? It's okay. I've noticed I've put a bunch of leaves and grass clippings down on kind of as a mulch, but weeds are starting to grow through it, so I need to put more down. It's just a matter of going to find something. No clean scrums yet, says Craig. Is this one going to be clean? Nope. It's a Crusaders penalty. So it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Can you not just buy one game with Rugby Pass? I won't let us sign up for one game, $39.99 for the whole thing. I know. Yeah. You'd think they would just let you go the one game. Can we get a me story? We'll see. I've got some trivia here. What kind of story would you like? In case this game does go down the Google album. So far, I'll try and talk rugby. It is messy. The Crusaders got a line out on the 22. China story. Rugby story. Oh, Will Jordan. Is that Will Jordan? No, it's not. It's Bridge. Will Jordan's not even playing. I'm just too used to seeing Red 15 flying up. Knock on by the Crusaders. Bleeding now. I'm at 14 minutes now. 14 minutes? You're at 17:23? How can that be possible? Did I play rugby, Matthew, in China? No. I did have a throw. I did take a rugby ball with me, and I had a throw around with some Americans and whatnot. On a university that I worked at. I used to work at a university in Wuhan. They had a big, nice field. And I was wondering why none of the kids were playing on the field. It was beautiful. And I was like, let's go have a check around. And we had a throw around with the rugby ball. And then the groundsman absolutely came and gave us absolute grief. Yeah, there were signs up saying don't go on the grass. I guess they were saving it for like the first 11 football team or something. So yeah, we got told off for chucking a rugby ball around at the uni. I wondered why no one was there. It's one of those moments where you probably should think twice. We'd come in through the back gate and you couldn't see the sign that says don't go on the grass from the back gate, only from the main gate. So I wasn't intentionally being a rule breaker. Scrum time. It's a Brumbies feed on their own 5 metre line, 14:55. Thank you, Wallabies, for telling me I'm not that far behind. This one actually resulted in the ball coming out. No free kick, no penalty, no reset. But now the Brumbies have won a penalty for offside. Okie dokie. It's not really had a lot of flow, has it? We'll get there. At least it's close. And tackles have been made. Ellard is awake. Ellard, you've missed a try, but not much else. A bunch of scrum resets, penalties, free kicks. Brumbies are doing actually okay. Yes. So far. Adam. So far, so good. Can they win this line out? Important line out. Get some continuity, Brumbies. Line out throw. Taken. Lonergan. Lolosio runs it. They're over the halfway line. Unbelievable. Gets it to big Rob Valtini. He gets over the advantage line. That's like 3 phases. I don't believe it. Whoa, what a wide pass to Cutter. Go, man. Taken by Bridge. Got him by the feet. Here we go. Brumbies are going to hit 5 phases, folks. There you go. 5 phases. Unbelievable. CO gets up to the 22 metre line. The Brumbies are looking the business at the moment. Banks. Simone. I forget the name of their open side. Who scored the try, Jamie? It was Ethan Blackadder. Ethan Blackadder. They actually defended about 8 phases, but then the Crusaders won a penalty. Waratahs looked quite strong last night. They looked good with ball in hand, but God, they were terrible on defence. Like literally one of the worst defensive performances you will ever see. Like, the way the guys falling off tackles was quite athletic. They would splay their arms out everywhere, but it's like, that's not the point. No continuity like rugby league. Yeah, the stop-start nature of rugby league doesn't really do it for me. I will admit. I used to like it when I was a teenager. I won't lie about that. I'm sure there's a photo of me with like a Sydney Roosters hat on from my childhood. So, I did used to like rugby league, and I used to go with Gazza to watch the Warriors. Definitely. I am at 18 minutes right now. The middle. Hurricanes' defence was no better, as Sebastian and Adam have rightly pointed out. Absolutely. Both sides were poor. I feel like somehow the Waratahs actually managed to be worse, but there you go. Renru, man, how's it going? If honest, league has anything of rugby, it's flow. I guess it's consistent, but it's consistently stop-start. Rugby can be beautiful and it can be ugly as hell. Anthony reckons we're not going to see much kicking. So far, teams have made this look more like an exhibition style, eh? They're not really going for the kicks. Brumbies line out has been threatening to get messy for a while, and sure enough, that one wasn't straight. Slow game, messy as, says Decker. Absolutely. Very, very messy. Yeah. Definitely worse. You don't score 48 points and still lose by more than 2 scores. Exactly right. Tambari Ellison's summing up with the game so far. Wee bit messy. Fair call. Fair call. How many scrums are we at? I hate to think. This one's going down again. Go make a cup of tea, people. The ref's going to have a lecture. Paul Williams. Nobody's listening to him. Sub the ref. Says nice food. Yeah. Paul Williams is not my favourite. I will admit that. I feel like whenever refs give a lecture like that, the players are just looking at me like my kids look at me sometimes and just like, okay, Dad. Oh, it's a Crusaders penalty. I just know we need 3 more tries than the Brumbies. I don't think that's actually I thought that was the rule as well. But I saw on the table the Waratahs have got a bonus point. And I was like, how the hell did that happen? They didn't get within 7. But I think it's 4 tries. I think it's 4 try bonus points. Right, we're already 20 minutes in. We've had a lot of scrums. But the Crusaders are going to put boot to ball. Tom Wright puts boot to ball. There'll be a line out on the 22. Oh no, actually a pretty good kick outside of 22. Decent exit. If you get 4 tries, you get the bonus point regardless. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the rule for this, which is a shift from the recent rules in Super Rugby, which has always been, and like the last few years, it's always been the whole 3 more tries than your opposition. This game's killing Adelaide softly. Not even that softly. Rodri, man, how's it going? We're 21 minutes and 45 seconds into the Crusaders' slog against the Brumbies. It's 5-0. She's not been pretty, and she's not been that exciting thus far. Oh, but Simone has just got a great intercept. Go, son. Run it. Run it. Oh, he's brought down by Enor. Right. Maybe this game is coming to life. Hannah says my memories of Canberra are freezing memories. Yeah, they mentioned the temperature down in Christchurch was pretty cold today, and I was like, well, Brumbies guys are going to be used to that. Bring in the Gaza spirit. Absolutely, I'll channel my inner Gaza to get them to run it, for sure. Score it, exactly. Have you seen Connacht's performance? I only saw the result. I didn't see the game, but that's crazy, yeah. Absolutely crazy. Elron says the Brumbies love them all. Yes. There's only one thing that happening, but the Crusaders' maul defense is so good. Rodri, I think in the UK it's on Rugby Pass, which is a paid one. If you've got a VPN, you may be able to jump onto Stan in Australia. Otherwise, oh, they don't maul it. They get it to Valtini. One phase, Lotosio, grab her through. Nope. Crusaders guys get it, but have they knocked it on? Yes, they have. Whoa. Okay, the game's coming to life. Brumbies actually try line out move. Not maul. Anyway. Leinster v Ulster. Henshaw played out of his skin. Unreal. I guess that's why that man is going to South Africa, eh? He's in amazing form, at least from what I've seen of him. Rodri Caleb Clark is going to go with the sevens team to pursue the Olympics rather than stay in 15s for the moment. Brumbies have got a free kick at scrum time. They tapped it 5 metres out from the line. Alatoa has a carry. Tackled. Fainga going backwards. Come on, quick ball, Brumbies. Was Havili offside there? If not, he got off the line bloody quick. "12 red offside." I said it. He was up way too quick. Brumbies did their homework on the Crusaders line-up defence, unlike every New Zealand team. Yeah, that's at least one good thing. Brumbies, they need to score here, man. They've been down in the 22 for what seems like forever. What do we go here? Do they try them all? Or do they keep veering it up? Watch up, says Craig. Alright. What do the Brumbies got here? Goes to the front of the line out. It's maul time. It's Brumbies time. The maul's gone backwards. The Crusaders love that maul defence. We've seen countless teams go down there and try it. They have to spin it. Simone. Lotosio. He's doing a wee step here, step there. Whoa. Lon again. Is it Stowers or Stowers? Maybe it is Stowers. I thought it was Stowers. Oh, no, Seo. Seo's over the line. Try time, Brumbies. Unbelievable. Right. phases after that line out. Eventually. CO. That'll be a lead change for sure. They're going to kick this conversion. Absolutely. Absolutely. The reason the guys people say watch up is because otherwise people start saying try. Heard the final of the Rainbow Cup tournaments will be in North-South. Are they actually able to do that? I haven't read that. I did see you sent that actually earlier in the day. Brumbies are in front. Happy days for the game. Agility before contact has been so good for the Brumbies. Yeah. Your man Lolosio is proper agile. It was announced today that they're going to have a North-South final. At least that brings some semblance of credibility to the competition, eh? Otherwise, it was all just a bit sad. Okay, that's good. I haven't been watching much of it, partly because, I don't know, teams have been playing, they're not their strongest teams, and, you know, the competition was supposed to be South Africans up against Pro 14 teams, so, okay, that's good news. Right. Dan McKellar's shaking his head. Is that what you wanted me to see when we say watch up? There's a scrum time. Scrum time. Yeah, watch up is not only for tries, so it's not 100% spoiler. Sometimes people say watch up when something exciting is happening, not just for tries. Oh, man. Mo'unga just went through untouched there. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. What was that about the Brumbies being in front? Holy moly. Unbelievable. He just stepped on the inside, man. Come on. He went around at least two guys. Come on. Too good. Got to admire it. Amazing. What else can you say about that, man, other than amazing? And it is 12 points to 7. 2 lead changes now with the Crusaders going back in front. Well, I think about the Silver Lake thing, I don't know, man. Like, all of that stuff is naturally a bit beyond me. But it just seems to be dodgy as. I don't know. The the board members or whoever they are, the bigwigs all keep saying, no, it's fine. We need the cash. And we need the expertise of these people to help us grow the game. We can't do it without them. Nobody in New Zealand has this set of skills. Okay. As a rule of thumb, when corporate America gets involved in sports, alarm bells, says Joshua. Yeah, that's the thing, because there's other cash offers apparently being bandied about, but New Zealand Rugby seems very determined to take that one offer, which is, yeah, oh man, another scrum reset. Love McCaw says April 2. Thank goodness he also spoken up. Now the fans will pay attention. Will they? I hope so. The fans are generally pretty apathetic, and maybe they're just like me and don't really understand what's going on. But I've tried to read up on it. But yeah, still, I'm kind of relying on the knowledge of others to tell me what the implications are on kind of that stuff. The ref loves his scrum holds. Yeah, I feel like maybe he's part of the issue here, to be fair. But anyway, we'll see. Brumbies have actually got the ball in the Crusaders' half. So they have a chance to bring us into the lead change. Remember the Waratahs did like 3 times maybe? They went in front. What'd you miss, South Hawks? There were a few tries. Some beautiful footwork from Moonga. Scored a great one. Some pretty good work from the Brumbies to go through phases, and the Crusaders half got them one as well. Silver Lake is offering a lot more cash quickly than the others, a more long-term cash, right? And everyone just wants that cash. Give me the cash. And New Zealand Rugby is making a big deal about the provinces are all in approval, but they just get money. It's kind of like being asked, would you like some money? Like, yes, please. I would like some money. Say the provinces who bleed money pretty badly. And yeah, Theft is right. There's been a lot of scrums and so many scrum resets. Unbelievable. Silver Lake deal has to have some backhand deals going on with that patchwork of a plan. That's the feeling I get as well. Like everything else, New Zealand Rugby seems very quick to dismiss. Like it has to be this deal. Like this is the only deal that's going to work. I don't know. Dinner in 7 minutes for Craig. I've already had mine, fortunately. No way these Silver Lake people became involved for nothing. Have been involved in a number of lawsuits in the past. Don't trust them or in particular All Blacks brand. You might be right, Wayne. I don't know. It just smells a bit fishy. $191 million is a lot, April 2. Yeah, that is true. I have seen some articles, April 2, written that said, like, who are the players to tell the board what financial deal they should be taking? They should just stick to the rugby. Like, the idea that they know more about the board than the financial stuff is laughable. Like, you wouldn't ask the board guys to go and play the game. Big question is how they're going to spend the money. They reckon they're going to pump a lot of it into grassroots and a lot of it into the players, but yeah, it's an easy one to just spend it. It's an understandable one why the regional clubs want the cash, but they need to look 10 years on. Flish, and yeah, that's what I would say as well, but the clubs just don't make any money, so the idea that they would turn down money is just, yeah. So when New Zealand Rugby is pushing that as one of the reasons it's clearly good, I'm like, come on, man. Look down. Okay, looking down. Brumbies line out. Oh, man. Flattened. The Brumbies just tried a line-out move. Fainga flattened his first guy, but was pushed into touch. What was that, Moonga? Bloody hell. Poor fella. At least he put his body on the line. The board have never made money. Yeah, which is concerning given the brand that they have to work with, eh? How much time left? We're at 35:05, so we are about 4 and a bit minutes away from halftime. Some of the provincial unions at most will only get 800,000. Yeah, But I guess for them, maybe that's a big chunk of change. Saw a clip of a Māori rugby board agrees to the Silver Lake deal. Is that right? I didn't see that one. Havili has just intercepted it. And nobody is going to stop him. That's a brutal one for the Brumbies. Are they going to check something? Is he offside? He's already been offside once. They're going to have a look. Okay. This ref didn't make his schools 15. What level did Paul Williams play to? Didn't he play? He played pretty high level, didn't he? But he kind of grinds my gears, actually. I don't know what it is. Yeah, he played for Samoa. Maybe this time the players know more than the board. They aren't just all grunts. Try time. There you go. Havili with the try. He took a risk, man. Those one-handed intercepts, if you get them wrong, you're often asking for a card. That's what Justin Marshall's just talking about now. 19 points to 7. The Players Association includes businessmen. It's elitist to say players can't attend the games. Oh, I agree, April 2. I'm just saying that's one thing that I read on, I think it was Rugby Pass actually, but I know Rugby Pass open up to all kinds of contributors. So, yeah, one of the ones they opened up to just kind of basically said that. Think of the Silver Lake deal in the way you would consider buying an NFL team. They're valuing the All Blacks the same as the Chicago Bears. They couldn't normally get access to such a significant percentage. Munster losing last night, Kekkonen ground his gears, I bet. That one was all over social media. I didn't see it, but I couldn't avoid seeing the result. Yeah, the restart out on the full thing, Matthew, is also a wee bit concerning. They keep doing that. Is the Blues jersey warm? Yeah, we need to get the Blues jersey out for the next game. But I do have a Rebels one behind me, kind of ready to go. If I'm feeling in a very negative mood, I might put the Rebels one on. But surely I'll wear the Blues. Get behind the boys. Big V8 show went away while it was all scrum resets, and yeah, we had a few tries. Havili with an intercept. That was the last one. Look up, what a kick. Big lineup from the Crusaders. Whoa, some pretty slick hands. Was that Havili again? Come on. Man, he's good. Oh, man, he's good. Bounce. 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 And at the touch. Keep your eyes out for Bruno Mars at halftime. What? I did not hear about that. Is that why the crowd is so full? Because people think they're going to get Bruno Mars at halftime? We're a minute and a half away from halftime. The Crusaders have just won a penalty 5 metres out from the Brumbies line. Taylor tapped it, got brought down. Hall flung it out to Mwanga. Oh, there's been a turnover. How the hell did that ball come out of there? Knock on by the Crusaders, apparently. Crusaders are playing unusually not great, but they're still comfortably in front, eh? Oh, it was Enor trying to dive over, but he just lost the ball. Tars and Canes yesterday should have lawsuits for their defensive coaches. That was atrocious. Like, sometimes it wasn't even fun. Sometimes the tries were just annoying because of how bad the defense was, which is a sad thing to be saying. Right, Brumbies need to get through the scrum and get rid of that ball. Reset, surely. No, he's going to feed it. Big scrum from the Crusaders, and we're going to reset it. Allen tackles better than Jack Maddox. That's not... No offence to you, Alan, mate, but that's not saying a lot. Yeah. He's he went to the revolving door school of defensive work, didn't he? Tim, man, how you going, man? Long time no see. It's 19 points to 7. Almost at half time. Kane's game was the danger of a min-max of your character, where you put all your stats into attack, nothing on defense. Oh, the Brumbies have won a scrum penalty. Just tap it, kick it out. Even if you kick for touch, you're going to get still in your own half. Come on. Go into the sheds with a 12-point deficit. That's smart. Very smart. Your 13-year-old said my name sounds like a rapper. That would be because of 50 Cent, right? He's worth a lot more cents than I am. So, yeah. You should brew your own 2 cents beer. I haven't brewed any beer since I was in high school when we did it for a high school experiment, but I know my uncle used to do it. Trivia, Ella. Yes, we shall. Hello, Mark. Just dipping in and out. Morning. I hope the Crusaders do their thing. Anyone know if there's watchable anywhere in the UK VPN? Only, I think, if you're willing to go through the rigmarole of signing up for Stan Sports in Australia and doing their 1 month free trial. Not an easy fix. Not that I'm aware of. Charlotte, but good to see you. Right. Trivia question from the beer bottle. What the hell does that say? New Zealand's Anthony Wilding? I'm assuming that's what his name says. There's a bit of a dent in the cap where his name should be. Anthony Wilding won how many Grand Slam singles titles? So I'm assuming that's a tennis question. Unless it's... yeah, anyway. Elliot is just here for the trivia, essentially, indeed. Visit the 2 Cents Brewery. Yeah. I probably have to learn a bit about all the different beer types and what flavour that I would kind of want to go for. 53266. The guys who said 6 have got it. Theft and James. There you go. That's from the 20s, Aileron. I literally have no idea. Tennis is definitely not my thing. 2 cents trivia sponsored by Spates Beer, or in this case, Tui Beer, rather than Spates. Well done to you guys who said 6. You should do it. Our old flatmate had his home brew. Liam wants to do it. Okay, well, that's just, now that I'm in West Auckland and beer is harder to buy, that actually might make sense because you got to go to specialist liquor stores to get alcohol. You can't just get it in the supermarket. So maybe I should just make my own. Where would I do it though? Where would I do it? My uncle used to do it in his garage, but I don't have one. I've got a carport. Could make me a fortune. It is halftime, Adam. Yes, we are at halftime. I'm about to look up the halftime stats. Yes, James, we did a experiment in high school where we brewed some kind of beer, and like the percentage was ridiculously low, like 0 point something percent. Everything all right? More books? Drink? Okay. 2 cents lager sponsors. The blues come with a bitter taste and a spoonful of disappointment. Yeah, that could make sense. James, the legal drinking age in New Zealand is 18 years old. 18 years old. Yeah, anything from a blues fan is going to be a very, very bitter taste, Allard. Let's look at the halftime stats in this one. Possession is 40-60 to the Brumbies. Territory 43-57 to the Brumbies. I'm going to guess and say clean breaks, which is on the next page, is probably going to be higher to the Crusaders. Clean breaks 4-2. Okay, not as drastic as I thought. Defenders beaten 8-6. Turnovers conceded 10 by the Crusaders, 6 to the Brumbies. So if the Crusaders can cut out those turnovers conceded, it could get pretty hairy. And we have had, how many scrums do you think we've had? Any guesses? How many scrums? How many scrums? $420. Not quite. Yeah, Paddy's got it. 13 scrums. 13 scrums, and that doesn't include resets. There's only 40 minutes in a game. Like a half, I mean. 13 scrums. And if it takes about a minute, and imagine half of those have been reset. My boy Kobe has his first rugby game tomorrow since COVID started. Tim, that is awesome. I've just tried to get my boy signed up to the local club as well, so we'll see how that goes. Good luck to him, man. I hope he does well. 250 with the resets. Indeed, the stupid resets. Paul Williams. Crack down on it. Get it sorted. Or get someone who can. Sup 2 cents, Big Will says, and crew, Crusaders look at average but still lead 19-7. They can just look average and still be up by that much, eh? I was just looking at the turnovers conceded. They've conceded 10 turnovers in one half of rugby. How the hell do you do that? There's been 13 scrums, Big Will. 13. That doesn't even include resets. Yes. Tars highlights are going to take you around 60 minutes. Yeah, that game was mental. Can't wait, says Tim, feeling like you're getting back to normal. Yeah, good. Very good. All positive news from your neck of the woods, absolutely. Ref needs to yellow card at the scrums way too messy. He needs to do something, eh? Like, if it's gone on this long, he tried to have his word with him, but you could see the front rowers, like, you know, as a front rower, just kind of nod and like, yes, Dad. So, 100 people in the house done at a game. Good stuff. We love it. We love it. Big Will loves the scrum as much as the next man, but come on, even you have had enough. All the attacking play was stolen for the Tars. This game has got nothing left but scrums. Maybe that's the way it goes. You've seen all your tries for 1 week. Yeah, Albert is in South Africa. Good morning, mate. Brekkie time for you. Grab a coffee and yeah, see how you go with this one. If you like a scrum, this is the game for you. And yes, if you are on the stream and you haven't liked it, just do that. It helps. YouTube loves interactions. Absolutely loves interactions. Maybe I'll grab another beer and see if we can get that trivia in before the second half gets underway. I've got Cully and Dag talking at the moment. They're looking a wee bit chilly, to be fair. Mape, that like button. You mean don't get selected for your team or go to France, that like button? Am I watching all 3 games today, block missed? That's the plan. I say that now at 8 o'clock. 3 games will take me to 2 in the morning, so I say that now. Ask me again in like an hour or so. Fancy chair? It looks the part, but it's from the warehouse or warehouse stationery, so it's not that fancy. What's the equivalent of the warehouse in other parts of the world? What's your cheap department store? Starleo's sleep schedule's already stuffed, so 3 games, no problems. Trivia, Allard, are you ready? Are you ready? Do I think the Force will get the upset? Maybe. Chiefs might be hungover, by all accounts. Long flight to Perth? You never know. I don't know. Tesco. Walmart. Maybe a Walmart. Best Buy. Something like that. What do we got? How many events were there at the 2012 Summer Olympics? That can't be the right answer. There's so many. How many events were there at the 2012 Summer Olympics? Fortunately, it's a sports one. 42. Way more. Way more. 117. More. Way more. According to this, I can't believe the number is as big as it is. A lot, says Carl. That might be right. Oh, theft with the winner. 302. How the hell is there 302 events? I guess the swimming's got a lot, hey? Like men's freestyle, women's freestyle, the distances, 100 meter freestyle, 200 meter freestyle, whatever that is. Yeah, 302. Bloody hell. Okay, that's a lot of events. 302. Yeah. Amazing. Has to be dividing by type of sport, women's sport. Absolutely. Absolutely. It has to be men's 100, women's 100, men's 200, women's 200, you know, all that stuff. April 2 says fair enough. Bill says April 2. Bill, Big Will, April 2, fair enough. Chat here is better than some of the games. Yeah, sometimes you need the chat to get through the games, to be fair. Big Will, question for you. Where do you stand on pineapple on a pizza? Are you a Hawaiian pizza man or you can't do the Hawaiian pizza? Sonny Bill asked to represent New Zealand in 299 of them. He does like a medal, that man. I have to get... Big Will missed the pineapple debate. I have to know. I have to know. Can't do pineapple on a pizza. Oh man, even Big Will's not on my side for this one. And Tim says pineapple does not belong on a pizza either. Only theft is with me on this one. Big Will, you're my prop. I thought you're my guy. I thought you could do that food. Okay. Maybe it's me. Maybe it is me. Maybe it's me. Darmundi says pineapple does go on a pizza. There you go. James is with me. Okay. Look up, good ad coming up. The Chemist Warehouse one with Dan Carter. Yep, Dan's doing the ads. I'm with you, Mark. Pineapple's fine on a pizza, said Elleron. There you go. Pineapple belongs in fruity cocktails, big fella. Oh, I don't really do fruity cocktails. Maybe I should. Right, the second half is actually about to get underway. Players are coming out. 19 points to 7. We'll go at the post-halftime assistant coach interviews, which you always wanted. My daughter likes pineapple on a pizza. She is lost to you. There you go, Fleshin. Sometimes it happens. Don't mind a shout out to G-Man. I hope his family gets better. Sugar, I need to reply to that guy's email. I started it. I don't think I sent him the email. God, I typed it up. I don't think I finished it off. Yes, I did hear with G-Man. God, it's still a draft. Why is it still a draft? I need to finish this email. God, I'll do it tomorrow. Sorry to the G-Man. Oh yeah, I need to reply to his email. Big Will says I wouldn't turn down free Hawaiian pizza if you're offering. There you go. So there's it's there. Just marginally. Just marginally. These freaks that don't like pineapple on a pizza won't be invited to our pineapple pizza parties. Pineapple pizza, once the COVID thing is done, we need to organise the pineapple pizza party. And in China, I don't know if they do it in the rest of the world, you can get pineapple beer. It's disgusting. I don't know why I'm pro pineapple pizza, but I'm anti pineapple beer. It's like pineapple flavored beer and it's just gross. So I can kind of get where you guys are coming from, but there you go. Adam just doesn't like pizza, full stop. Fair enough. Simple debate. Don't like it either way. Here we go. 40 minutes, 10 seconds in. Second half is underway. Germans drink beer with Coca-Cola. Well, we do beer with lemonade here. I call it a shandy. I'm sure that's a British thing as well, right? Beer doesn't even taste good, says James. It's an acquired taste. Something about a nice cold beer which is appealing. Brumbies need to score next theft. They absolutely do. But they're having to do some defending. At least they're in the right half of the field. Crusaders have gone 7 phases. They're not willing to kick it at the moment. I feel like if the Brumbies defence holds, they eventually will put boot to ball, but not when Whanganuku's got it. He's only got one thing in mind. Nope, still not kicking it. That space is not there that was there early on, so maybe the Brumbies have cottoned on to the way things are going. 10 phases in their own half for Crusaders. Shandy is 50, yeah. I figured Shandy is not just a New Zealand thing. That's a pretty universal thing, right? But with Coke is horrible. I can honestly say I've never tried beer with Coke. I will have to add it to the list. Right, Enor's finally found a wee bit of space. They're into the Brumbies half. 14 phases, if you can believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Pineapple pear in China, knowing the Chinese obsession with exotics. Yeah, I don't know why they do it, eh? Me and my Aussie mate used to drink a fair bit of beer in China, and we tried the pineapple one. We're not suitably impressed. Eventually, the Crusaders do kick it. It's a bit of a nothing one. So now the Brumbies are going to run it back at them, and they're on halfway. But no, they are going to put boots to ball after just 2 phases. Have I tried red wine and Coke? What? No? I don't think I've mixed red wine with anything. My wife likes Guinness and Coke. My Irish uncle goes mad at her. I'll bet. Should try a Venom. What the hell's a Venom? Would have been more ball and playtime than the first half. I reckon you might be right, Starley. We haven't had a stoppage for ages, although as I say that, there is a penalty to the Crusaders at the breakdown. But man, the ball was in play for a good 2 minutes and 50 seconds there. During lockdown last year with alcohol restrictions, loads of South Africans made their own pineapple beer hanger. I heard about that because for some reason beer was off limits with the lockdown. I didn't quite get that. Should try a Venom. What's a Venom? I'm probably too old to try most stuff, to be honest, alcohol-wise. A bit of obstruction from the Crusaders, so the Brumbies will get the ball back. We are back to the stop-start nature of the first half. Try a brown cow, Coke and milk. That doesn't sound like it'd go great. Imagine if the New Zealand government tried to ban beer during the lockdown. Yeah, I don't think it would have gone down well. I don't understand the connection between beer and a lockdown. Maybe no beers and incentivize people not to party? Maybe. Thailand banned booze for 6 weeks last year. Maybe that's a thing. Right, the Brumbies are in the Crusaders 22. They could certainly use some points on the board, but it looks like Blackhead has won a turnover. God, that was just too quick. Brumbies way too casual at the ruck there. Did you ever try purple guana? No, never tried it. I tried vapor shots when I was in my 20s. I did tequila and all your standard stuff. Few cocktails, Long Island iced teas, but nothing too dramatic, eh? Jaeger bombs, all the stupid things you do. Ellard, you're off, mate. Alright, take care, bud. Two more games to go for this in Super Rugby tonight. It's going to be a long one. Dan McKell is looking pretty incredulous. If beer was banned in Ireland, there would be a second war of independence. Yeah. I think the beer was half of the reason people were kind of happy to stay home. Bottle shops classed as essential services in Melbourne. I think bottle shops here had to close at level 4, but they were allowed to open at the next level down. Just thinking about Jaeger gives Jason a headache. Yeah. Some of the kind of, I don't want to say worst nights of my life, but certainly haziest ones have involved Jaeger. Beer ban in Ireland is a civil war waiting to happen. I mean, I guess, yeah, there is logic in it stopping gatherings, but I don't know. Man, that nose. is looking atrocious from Tom Sanders. Bloody hell. That thing, oh, it's got a knee to it. That's pretty bad. Did anyone see the news of the UK about pubs? People have to drink 124 pints each to get the industry back. I mean, can I reduce my intake if I need to? What? I did not see that news. 124 pints like what by the end of the year? Jack's game for it. Right, come on, Crusaders. I don't really who care who does something. Let's have someone do something. 5 phases. The Crusaders have opted to just keep ball in hand the second half. They don't want to put boots of ball. Run it, says Adam. Yeah, maybe they were just looking at my dad's advice from last night. Just run it. Okay, let's do that. 9 phases. They've been running it. I don't drink. I might go to the pub just to buy drinks anyway. It's criminal what happened to them. Yeah, I don't know how they survived. Did they get some kind of subsidy? Surely. My aunt and uncle hosted Irish bobsleighs' wives in 2002. They said they'd never drink so much in one night. Yeah. My grandmother's partner was Irish, and when his brother died, who was over here in New Zealand, my grandmother's partner came over from Australia, and the 2 sisters from Ireland. I mean, they're all my grandparents' age, so they're all like a couple of little old Irish ladies, and my grandma's partner was like my granddad, and man, they drank a ton of wine. I couldn't believe it. These 2 little old Irish ladies, and man, as soon as the sun was going down after dinner, like, get that wine. Impressive. Fletchen's going to his local on Monday, first time in a very long time. Good man. Come on, Brumbies. Do something. Fainga, line break. Oh, they got advantage. They're going to put a kick through. Back for the penalty. They get peanuts. A lot of independent pubs are done. They'll never reopen. Is that right? God. Would love to see you with the guy with the Kiwi lads do a game together. I don't know how he does it, man. I've watched a couple of his streams. He pretty much just does live commentary. I'm just here kind of shooting the breeze, eh? I assume most of you guys are watching the game yourselves, but wow. He's got amazing stamina. Still have no car. The only place I can go to, I can walk to our pub, so I'm helping out and getting out of the house finally. That sounds promising. April 2. Right. The Brumbies. This is their area of strength, man. Line out on the Crusaders 5 metre line. Makes me wonder if he has ADHD. Maybe he's just I don't know. Like, it's good experience. You never know. If he's got a broadcasting degree, could get himself into the industry. Certainly, live calling games is no better way to do it. Brumbies. They've learned their lesson not to just maul it. That's got to be close to a try. Nah, not over. Some people said look up, so I'm not taking my eyes off the screen. Maybe it was a try. Paul Williams has put his hand up to award a try. Simone or Alalatoa? What's going on? What time is it, Michael? It's 8:20 in the evening. What the heck's going on? This is an on-field try. They're going to check the grounding. That looks like a try to me. Looks like he's just dotted the thing down. Yeah, that's a try, surely. Easy. Simone at the back of the ruck, picks the ball up, puts it on the line. Easy as. Good try. That brings the game really back to life. Absolutely. If the Crusaders had scored then, it could have been all over, but no. Now, what the Brumbies desperately need to do, number one, take the restart, and number two, get the hell out of Dodge. They don't want to be conceding a penalty or knocking it on or conceding any chance for the Crusaders to immediately hit back with points. But yes, James, that was a rather anticlimactic TMO call. But yes, indeed, theft, it's game on now, for sure. Both sides have knocked it on. So we'll scrum. Scrum, scrum, scrum. Crusaders have got the Reds away next week. That's going to be a fun game. Let's get to the 60-minute mark and we'll see if they can keep up with the Crusaders. That's usually the true test of teams against the Satyrs, eh? Everybody loves scrum, says Adam. Well, they seem to be trying their best, the powers that be, to get rid of the things, eh? I mean, I like them to a degree. I wish they'd have more 5-metre scrums. But the goal line dropout thing seems to be one thing which is anti-scrum. Right. Crusaders once again have the ball in the same zone, round about halfway. Change of tack. They've actually put boots a ball. They haven't done that for ages, but great kick from Moonga just outside the 22. Means they can't kick it into touch. Kicks it back to Moonga. Moonga still beats defenders, but he's almost in touch as well. 3:20 p.m. in Da Nang. Social distancing and lockdowns giving me some time to relax and watch the rugby this weekend. There you go. That's not a bad thing. Get your Tiger. Or what was it? Huda? Whatever the best beers in Vietnam were. Finally, the Brumbies are doing something. Yeah, they're going to make the Crusaders work for it, which is great. Although, yeah, still 52 minutes, heaps of time to play. The Crusaders can make teams look embarrassed in the last 5 minutes. Like, was it the Highlanders game? They scored 3 tries or 4 or something? Nah, it wasn't 4. 3 tries in the last 10 minutes to really blow the scoreline out. Made a close game look like it was a blowout. April 2 used to hate scrums when she was younger. Thought they were boring, didn't understand them. Now you love a good scrum, you don't understand everything. I'm pretty much the same, April 2. When I was a teenager, I used to love rugby league because I was like, game keeps going, it's fast, I can understand it, simple as. But, nah. JP, so far, not a blowout. You've missed our man Allard. He's already headed off for the day. And kia ora Tama, how's it going, man? I still haven't planted those onions. I'm still trying to get rid of weeds. Scrums are fine. Player safety is paramount, but refs let scrums setups take too long, and the resets happen too often. If they get rid of the scrums, it's getting rid of part of the soul of the game. I'm pretty much with you on that, Matthew. I do think there's too much faffing about. I remember saying that in a video I think I did about things I don't like about rugby, and I was saying how stuff just takes too long. And one guy who was a prop put in the comments, like, I'm a prop, and I always take ages to get to the scrum because I'm tired. I need the break. And I was like, dude, I fully understand. If you're tired, you would want a break. You're not going to be busting a gut to go do that same tiring job again. But the hundreds of thousands of watching, all the fans, we don't want to watch you being tired getting to the scrum. You know what I mean? If it's that tiring that you need to slow things down, you need it to be subbed, or you maybe need to increase your fitness, lose a few kilos, get a bit smaller. I don't know. If the current basis is the guys need to be this size, then they need to be able to keep up with the game and not faff about. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent. Not Ella, the internet's gone to poos, and you're on your phone. Internet reliability is a problem. Sebastian, yeah, you take your eyes off the game and the Brumbies get back right into it. Absolutely. What do I think about Connacht winning down at Thomson Park? Amazing, man. I didn't see the game at all, but I might have to go back and watch it because it looks like it was a crazy one. The result was all over social media. I couldn't miss it. Solomon Akata's having a big old run. Good man. Brumbies turn to run it out from their own half. This is dangerous to do against the Crusaders. They're flirting with the touchline, but Valtini's managed to stay in up to the halfway line. Come on, Brumbies. Get some phases together. Don't concede a penalty, excuse me. Good phases from the Brumbies right now, says Mark, and he couldn't be more correct. So many Morrises, eh? Mark Morris, Elliot Morris, JP Morris. Are there any other Morrises around here? I never knew Morris was such a common surname. Or maybe just Morrises are into their rugby. I don't know. Vannon, how long is left? Did I get that bug? No, I missed them. We're at 55:42, so still heaps of time. Props get too small, scrum isn't strong or effective. We want them to move about. Strong heavy scrum is more about scrummaging. Yeah, there's got to be that balance. Absolutely, April Tui. I feel like right now we're leaning towards the everyone needs to be massive, so the game needs to be slower for these guys to keep up. But across the board, positions have been getting bigger for ages. Theft's real middle name is Morris. Another Morris. The Brumbies beat the Crusaders for the first time in Christchurch since 2000. I don't know what to think of the Aussie side, Stalio. Surely it's not going to happen. Surely. The current narrative is the Aussie sides can't compete with the Kiwi sides, but this game is making that look like nonsense, isn't it? So Mighty Williams has come on. He's a big unit. He's like 140 kilos. God King, War God King has got money on this game. On who? On the Brumbies, I see. I need to read that properly. The Morrises rule these streams, apparently. No matter where in the world you guys are at, the Morrises are all here. Man, the Brumbies are all over the place at the moment in terms of actually putting the Crusaders under the pump. They've had all the ball for the last 5 minutes. Crusaders' defense is holding, but it's slowly edging back. The Brumbies are closing in on the 22-metre line of the Crusaders, and the Brumbies have just got advantage. Paul Williams blows it up. We'll have the penalty. The Brumbies will definitely kick for the corner. Or at 14-19, do you go for sticks? Surely go for the corner. It's paid dividends for you so far. You missed what Big Will said about the Hawaiian pizza. He said pineapple does not belong on a pizza, but if someone offered it to him in true prop style, he would take it. Yeah, they are going to opt for the 3. I honestly feel like this may be the wrong tack because I know you need to keep the scoreboard ticking over, but in the final 20 or 10, the Crusaders are going to come back big time. I would be trying to convert all the pressure now into points, but yeah, never a bad idea to take the points, I suppose. Go for the 3, keep the scoreboard ticking over. Yeah, Taramoni, there's definitely a logic to that. You'd feel pretty gutted if you went for the maul or the line-up move and it didn't pay off. I just worry that the Crusaders go up a gear in the final 20-10. My uni coach said for scrums, it's all about power and balance. You don't have to be massive, just strong and have good balance, having monster second rows. That's true. It's definitely good to have a big scrummaging second row behind you. And Lolosio nailed the penalty. It's 19 points to 17. The Brumbies are within absolute striking distance now. Margarita or meat feast, there is no other pizza. What's a margarita pizza? Have I been missing out on this all my life as I've been eating pineapple pizza? Come on, Brumbies. Good exit play, please. Look up, says Isaac. Watch up, says Craig. Box kick from Lonergan. Not a heck of a lot of distance. Oh, the Brumbies are being pinged for offside. This is kind of what I was worried about with the taking the 3. Is that, oh my goodness, Blackadder is just charging down and they've conceded 5. Bloody hell, what a run from Big Ethan. That's his second try. Margarita is just tomato, cheese and basil. No try for Blackadder, says Matthew. What's going on? TMO. Hold up, we say. Yeah, let's have a look. What's going on? Here goes Blackadder. He's charging down. Missed it. Ooh. Where's his legs, though? Something of him has to be in touch, surely. Has to be. Darmody agrees with me, surely. Ruby eats weird pizza, just the tomato sauce base, sometimes olives. Goodness gracious me. My kids just love the Hawaiian. Is that clear and conclusive, though? I mean, surely part of his boots are in touch there. He looks out. I mean, there has to be part of his boot in touch before he grounds that ball, but don't know. The only 2 authentic Neapolitan pizzas, according to the EU, are Margarita and Marinara. Okay. Authentic. Who needs to be authentic? Sal's is your favourite pizza place. They used to order that at my work, actually, sometimes before I opted to leave them. Well, they weren't getting Sal's pizza since COVID anyway. They would be getting the local not even pizza. They would get the local catering people to just prepare some morning tea. Tim makes fresh homemade pizza every weekend. Tim, when am I coming over to your place? We'll go to a game at the Rec, have some pizza. We'll go see your boy play if it's on the same day in the morning, and then maybe see your boys in blue and white and black play in the afternoon. No try. They had a lot of looks at it. No try. Brumbies get off pretty luckily there. Honestly, who makes that tackle? Who makes that tackle? Who was that? One of the subs. Leinster need a big enforcer lock to come in. Who's in the market in the south? A big enforcer. Theft is going to be turning up to Tim's place as well. Which locks would be in the market? I have to think about that one. I'm trying to think big South African locks. Caden Neville, but he's getting on. I think he's just got a Wallabies call up as well. Paddy Parkinson, he's a big unit. He is a big unit. Bit injury prone, but he's a big old unit. You're more than welcome. You won't be disappointed by the pizza, but I can't make you promises about Bath. As long as the pizza's good, man, it's alright. Pinch Lavanini and just take the yellow cards, that's true. Am I staying up for the Chiefs in Force games, Matthew? I'm going to try, but at 8:37, it's hard to say because that game's not on for a number of hours from now. Arcoy is dissatisfied? Look up, says Isaac. We'll try this again. I will have to look up. Charlotte says, Bath is a gorgeous city. My brothers both live there. Hope to visit them once lockdown is eased. I would love to go to a beautiful city if it is indeed as good as you say, Charlotte. I've been having a look around Auckland a bit recently, and Auckland's alright too, actually. It's got some nice spots. Wow, what a huge maul from the Crusaders that was brutal. Absolutely brutal maul from the Crusaders. They maybe showed the Brumbies how it's done there. Massive maul. They go to the back of the line out. Oh, but is there a knock on? Wait, that's the previous one. That was the obstructing the jumper one. Yeah, there it is. There's the grounding. Those guys more like bloody bears. They do. Raymond, man. Good man. How's it going? Mark says, Lolosio shouldn't have gone for the kick earlier. I was honestly thinking the Crusaders are going to come back and score a try against you, so you need to get another one now, but I guess it seemed prudent to take the 3. Still regret Peter didn't take a job in Auckland when he was offered it 14 years ago. The traffic's getting worse here, Charlotte. The traffic is not pleasant. Moonga has missed the conversion by the look of that. So it's a 7-point ball game, 24-17. Still pretty tight. So sad you missed the Canes game, April Tui. Like, it was high scoring. But honestly, sometimes it was just frustrating the way the guys would flop around and just miss tackles. Like, embarrassingly bad. Like watching, I don't know. I don't want to throw shade at anybody, but some sports, the other teams are not very good. Like New Zealand's sports, we're not that good at. Do I get road rage at them? Interestingly, Adam, if I may tell a little story, I did used to get, I wouldn't ever say road rage, but I used to get grumpy at people. I'd beep the horn at them, you bloody idiot, that kind of thing, yell out the window. Like, not much. They would have to be pretty bad to do that kind of thing. But I would definitely beep at people. And then one day when I was home with my son, when he was like a baby and I was on parental leave, so just literally home all day with a baby, I watched a lot of daytime television and they had that crime channel. And I watched like an episode of Cops or something where the cops in America were staking out some highway waiting for this guy they knew had shot somebody. They said that this guy they were looking for had just killed somebody over something so trivial. He just, like, they'd got all the evidence. They knew it was him. They'd heard the story from multiple witnesses that like virtually nothing happened to this guy. I can't even remember what it was. It was that trivial. He just shot this dude for nothing. So the police knew he was going to come back. He was in a distinctive car. They were waiting for him. And these cops were just like someone could beep at this guy or, swear at him out their window and he could shoot them. Like, this guy is just a madman, so don't do anything to provoke him. And I thought to myself, if someone cuts me off, is it really that big a deal or should I just let it go? So I try to just let everything go. You never know what kind of idiot you're going to strike on the road. Just let it go. Don't be mad. So I took a lesson from a stupid TV show about American police officers. Anyway. Grant hates scooters and other cars. There you go. It's easy to get the rage. Uh-oh, here's trouble for the... No. Wise words. Honestly, like, it seems like such a silly lesson, and people just get too worked up, but you never know. You could literally annoy the wrong person by beeping at something which you could have just let go. So I feel like it's not worth my trouble to try and get. I don't know. Anyway. Funny when you're in the car with someone who's raging. My mum gets pretty impatient when she's driving, to be fair. If someone's too slow off the mark, she will give them an earful. This is the quality 2 cents rugby time story time. Yeah. Someone road raged at me the other day because we were merging, 2 lanes merging into one. And you know how it's merged like a zip? The guy wanted to break the zip. He really wanted to break the zip and come in ahead of me, but I was like, I just forced my way in. Like, bro, it's a zip. You, then me, then you, then me. Like, this lane, that lane, this lane, that lane. He was beeping and shouting. And I didn't do anything, but I was just like, merged like a zip, mother fudger. Anyway. Most things in life aren't worth stressing over. That's right. Speaking of stress, if the Crusaders kick the points in front of the sticks here, that will take a little bit of stress out of this one because it'll be beyond 7 points. Typical Auckland driver behaviour. Jason, I just didn't understand it. Like, where are you going to get? There's traffic in front of me too. If you get in front of me, you're 1 car ahead. Who cares? Anyway. Watch up, says Craig. All right. The Crusaders opted not to go for the 3. They went for the line out. Oh, it's messy. Crusaders are about 4 meters out. Surely. Oh man, Colin Grace straight over. I think that's all she wrote, folks. That's going to be it. Crusaders do not opt for 3. They get 7. Well done, Mark, says Charlotte. I have an old car for a reason. Just keep my course and they will avoid you. That's fair enough. My car's a bit of an old dunger as well. So, yeah. If they hit me, it's probably worth replacing anyway. Should be the ball game, says JP. I agree, man. That's going to be all she wrote, I reckon. This is just disheartening. Oh, it was always going to be tough towards the end of the game for the Brumbies. Yeah, 31-17. Crusaders need to win by 20 for your Super Rugby Super Brew at Charlotte. Yeah, I picked by 9. So with 10 minutes to go, I would say my pick is looking pretty silly. The next game, April 2, I believe, is about 45 minutes after this one. Brums performed better than the Reds. They are usually the tough ones to beat out of the Aussies. That's true. This game, I think I said it at the start of the game, right? Like, this game's been close, like legit close. But in the last 10 minutes, because it's 31-17, if the Crusaders score a couple more times, it'll look like it was a hiding. So, yeah, we'll see. I got rammed up the back by a kid chatting to his girlfriend and he had no insurance. I think New Zealand also allows people to drive with no insurance, but don't some countries make it like mandatory to get at least third-party insurance? There's stories of people who don't have insurance and end up hitting like a Lamborghini or something, and man, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. Just get third-party insurance if you're driving a dunger. That's madness. April 2 is going to have a quick shower. Yeah, I think you are not going to miss much at the end of this game. You never know, but yeah. We lived in Sydney for 30 years, had a few traffic moments over the decades, mostly interstate. People not from Sydney hate Sydney drivers. They drive too fast, they reckon. Interestingly, Honna, I've only driven in New Zealand. I did drive my aunt's car once in Melbourne. And even I was kind of like, holy crap, the roads are way bigger. Like, I was probably driving, I think I drive relatively well here in Auckland. I don't speed, I don't go through red lights like a lot of people do. I don't use my phone while I'm driving. Like, I'm pretty responsible. And I know most of the roads, so I know which lanes to get in and stuff. But around Melbourne, I was hopeless. I was absolutely fish out of water kind of thing. It was just bigger. Everything was just bigger and scary. So, yeah. And yes, merge like a zip motherfudger needs to be on a t-shirt. Like, honestly, it's not that hard. Yes, he should have it. He got fined and I had to pay for your own repairs. That's madness, Fleshin. When I was in Auckland on holiday, I felt happy to drive there. Really? Okay, that's good to hear. Good try by Banks. Matthew, man, you dropping spoilers for me. I haven't seen it yet. Just tell me to watch up. I've still got the Brumbies set in a try. My dad's mate didn't have insurance and drove up a swanky Lexus. He rear-ended a souped Ranger. Oh no. Not good. Not good. Brumby scrum is going backwards, but they still got the ball out. Banks just puts the hammer down. Oh man, he made the Crusaders defense look Waratah-like in that one. Wow. Wow, that was pretty good. Holy smokes. Banks. Wonder try, man, honestly. All from a scrum. He just goes between, he beats one, and then he beats Bridge, and he beats, who was that other tackle? I couldn't see the number. Yeah, beautiful try. Absolutely. Probably the try of the game. Absolutely. 9-point pick is not looking so bad anymore, Theft. We'll see. There's still plenty of time to go, but I'm very pleased for the Brumbies with that one. Super Brew pick's looking good. Come on. Come on, Brumbies. Keep it close. Keep it close. Could we go into extra time? Oh, that may be asking for a bit too much. We'll see. Tars-like defense must be the lowest level on the pyramid. I think it is at the moment. It's just below the Canes level defense apparently. Lolesio with the conversion, and he has nailed it. Well done. 31-24. Yeah, I'm updating it. I was just writing my bookie. Let's have a look. Brumbies changed to 24. There we go. Flesh picked by 10 as well. Oh, and the Brumbies have got another penalty from the kickoff. That's a huge let-off. Huge. The Crusaders are a team to always put pressure on after they've conceded. Banks is easily the best fullback in Aussie Union. I looked at his stats in Super Rugby AU and he was just on another level. There you go. They've just put his stats on the screen as I say that. Clean breaks, meters, carries, tries. He's the first for all Super Rugby AU. The only one who wasn't, the highest was defenders beaten on the stats anyway. Are these the same rules as Super Rugby outside on? No captain's challenge and no golden point. So it can be a draw. The Crusaders just won a penalty. So that's a momentum shifter back to the Crusaders. At least it's not a cricket score. This is a proper good game. This is what we want. There's still a chance for the Brumbies to get, level with the Crusaders with less than 10 minutes to go. How the hell did I miss that one? Anyway. I rammed the back of someone back in 2011 without insurance. I got a bill for 14 grand. You paid it off for like 6 or 7 years. That's the kind of story I'm talking about, man. I hear people who have got that, but worse. Like hundreds of thousands. Like you could literally have a life-changing debt. Life-changing debt if you hit the wrong car. Bugger that, man. No way. The bug is in my mind. It maybe is. But I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's literally a little fruit fly or something. Burn some lavender oil for those bugs. Maybe some citronella in there too. Maybe that's the thing. We keep fruit out in bowls out on the bench. And they tend to like buzzing around there. So maybe I should do something about that. Still a bit of a big scoreline, 31-24. It's nothing like yesterday, but it's been a good game. Happy with it. Apart from all the scrum stuff at the start. What about if you kill someone driving without an insurance in New Zealand? How does that work? God, I have no idea, Charlotte. Driving without insurance. Well, what happens in the UK? Does the compensation go to the family or something like that? Ever since that roach was on my jersey, I've never recovered psychologically. Yeah. I had a cockroach crawling on my sweater the other day. This morning. Hilariously. Because my wife, she hates cockroaches. Like she said, when she's going to marry a guy, 2 requirements. 1 is happy to do dishes, and 2 needs to take care of all the cockroaches. She wants 0 responsibility for cockroaches. So setting the bar pretty low, to be honest. Yeah, my shoes were out on the deck. I don't know why she was handling my shoes because she never touches my shoes. But she was picking up my shoes and she's like, oh, why are your shoes wet? I guess because they've been outside on the deck, which is slightly exposed. And then there was a dead cockroach like on the bottom of my shoe. I must have stood on one and it fell onto her hand and she just flipped. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. April 2, yes, Bridges at fullback. You get done for reckless driving, causing death, and you get sent to prison for about yeah, that's about it. Look up, we have a yellow card coming. What? No way. Valtini is carrying it, man. The Brumbies. Come on, Brumbies. They got advantage. Horrible pass. Bounce pass. Fines. New advantage. Too many penalties conceded for the Crusaders, eh? Oh, yeah, that's cynical. Who's going? Is the reason why White playing I don't know. I didn't see anything about him being injured, so I'm assuming it's just a bit of rotation. Darmundi, mate. I required someone who made me laugh and was honourable and had good feet because mine have been terrible. Everyone has got their list, right? Everyone's got their list. Brumbies, will they choke it from here? Oh, the Crusaders have turned them over. Nope, but it's a penalty. What's happening? Another yellow card warning. Whoa. I don't reckon the Brumbies will do it, but I would love to see the Brumbies do it. Come on, Brumbies. Are they going to tap it? No. Valtini. 4 meters out. Here we go. Come on, Brumbies. Do something. This would be unbelievable. But don't score out wide. I don't want the conversion. Come on, keep it under the sticks. Who cares? Just get a try. What a ripper of a pass. Oh, Tom Wright with the sick offload. Is that a try? Did he get that down? Unbelievable. Come on. No way. Oh. What? What? What happened? Huge ripper of a pass from Simone. Chicken wing offload from Wright, and then Valtini got the ball down. Absolutely amazing. Holy smokes. But he's got a hell of a conversion to make, man. Was that the try of the game? Simone ripper. Right with the offload, and then Valtini with the carry. And reach. Man, every part of that was just perfect. Come on, Lolosio, get the kick. Get the kick. Make it a draw. Get the kick. You look scared. He looks terrified. Maybe that's just the poker face of calm. There's a Brumbies fan in the background with his hands together. Come on, man, you can do this. Get the kick, get the kick, get the kick, get the kick. He's missed it. That's brutal. No, Still a good performance, but that's a brutal miss. Oh, man. Oh. Crusaders are still looking mortal. This game was supposed to be the blowout. Even my 9 points is way too optimistic. Oh, man. He looks gutted. That's kind of a moral victory. Like, Razor is sitting there thinking, bloody hell, we almost drew that. It is full time. What an ending, Patrick. Absolutely. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Oh, man. Roman soldiers, that's it. It's full time. The kick was in the red anyway. The clock was in the red when he took the conversion. Whew. Nah, it's definitely done. It's definitely done. Love the marriage criteria, Joseph. Yep, cockroaches. I am responsible for disposing of those. But anyway, okie dokie, folks. Oh, I didn't update the score. Sorry. It's game over now, so I'll just turn it off. There we go. Thank you for the update, Sean. Yeah, 3-0 for the Kiwi team so far. Blues against Rebels next in about 45 minutes. So I'm going to skedaddle, have some leftovers to get some food in my tummy if I'm planning on seriously doing 2 more games. But if you guys are keen, I will endeavour to stay awake until about 2 in the morning. It'll be a first for me, but hey, we've got travel with crowds during COVID, so stranger things have happened. So anyway, you guys take care of yourselves. Good game in the end, that one. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next one. I'll set up the stream shortly. You won't see it yet. I'll set it up in the next few minutes. Anyway, see you for the next one. Take care.